Hi, family, and welcome back. This is Evangelist Grace, and I'm so glad to see you. I welcome you to the channel. I'm so glad you're here. I'm getting ready to prepare my dinner, and today I'm having chicken, collard greens, okra, and perhaps some cream corn. But I want to share with you how I make my barbecued chicken. Each cook, each person has their own recipes, their own way of cooking, and this is mine. I've washed my hands. I very rarely use gloves. I do have some gloves. However, I like to feel the food and rub it and pat it and pray over it. So, I don't want to feel it through a glove. I want to add my love and my touch to it. But I have some boneless, skinless chicken thighs. They were the least expensive, and you know me, I get what's least expensive. But in any event, I'm going to season these chicken legs and put them in the oven and then make my barbecue sauce, okay? Stay with me now. Watch from beginning to end and drop me a beautiful butterfly if you did. Thank you. Now, with the chicken, I first take some pepper. I've already washed the chicken, and I clean my meat with, especially chicken, with apple cider vinegar and lemon juice. That's my pepper. I add just a little salt. Okay? That's one side. Then I add my garlic powder. And I did find my measuring spoons and cups. However, I normally eye everything, but I add about a teaspoon of garlic powder. Okay? Now you season to your taste. This is mine. And then I take about a teaspoon of Creole seasoning. As I say, you do it your way, I'll do it my way. Okay? And then I use about a teaspoon of onion powder. Again, you do it your way, I'll do it mine. And in this container is accent salt. I bought more. Okay? Accent salt. I don't know who this is by, but it says accent flavor enhancer. Wakes up the food, and I love it. My mom, of course, used it, and that's why I'm using it. I got this for $1.65 from the Family Dollar, and I'm going to add it to my container, but not now. So I add about a half teaspoon of accent salt. I'm just waking up the flavor. Okay? Now, I add a pinch, just a pinch of sugar. And what I do, I then take some oil, and this just happens to be vegetable oil. I usually and normally use olive oil, but I'm out, so I'm using vegetable oil. And I drizzle it over my meat. Okay? Then I take my hand and I flip it over, and I flip it over, I flip it over, and I flip it over, and I flip it back over. Okay? And I rub it on my other pieces of meat. to get it all blended and combined. Look at that. Now, for me, that is quite enough seasoning. Okay? I have it there. After that, I put it in the oven uncovered for about 20 minutes on the second shelf. And while that is cooking, I get prepared for my barbecue sauce. Okay? Now, I have another spoon. It's a round spoon. It's considered a tablespoon. I didn't measure it. So, this is my container of brown sugar. I like the dark brown sugar, but you use what you want. And I take a, as Mom would say, heaping tablespoon of brown sugar. I take 3 splashes of crystal hot sauce. 3 splashes. 1,